Can you see a difference in how AI is used in the US when compared to the UK? I've done trainings in the US and worked with US companies. I would say more enthusiastically in the US. I think I can say this because I'm British. We tend to be a bit negative and not get very excited about things. So I've shown many groups. I do workshops, I do trainings over here, I do consultation. I'll show UK groups how to use AI, and often they'll come back immediately with the, oh, but what about the data? Or they'll come back with the negatives immediately, instead of seeing the magic of it and being like, oh, wow, I can do so many things with it. Whereas whenever I've taught in America, there tends to be an inherent optimism where they will see this thing and be like, oh my God, I'm going to be able to do so many things with this. This is so exciting. I'm going to teach all my staff members. I'm going to start using this in my daily life. Can I use it for this? Can I use it for that? And there's that enthusiasm and excitement, which you don't really see in the UK as much. And then the Americans will realize, oh, okay, oh, but what about the environment and data privacy, etc.? They're still very cognizant of these things. It's just not the first thing they think of, which is what tends to happen in the UK. So having general conversations as well about artificial intelligence in the US, much more optimistic. In the UK, much more pessimistic. However, China is even more different. So I speak Chinese. I used to live in China. I was there about a month or two ago. They are so enthusiastic. So I was on the plane flying to Beijing, and I started chatting to my seat neighbor, and she was from Hangzhou. And that is where DeepSeek is headquartered. She did not know that I was into AI or had anything to do with AI. And that's how she introduced it. She said, oh, I'm from Hangzhou. That's where DeepSeek is from. And then she started telling me about DeepSeek. It is a matter of pride. It's a matter of national pride, what they're building over there. And you go into bookshops in Beijing, I presume around China. The bestsellers are books about how to use AI. I did a TikTok video about it. Grab the book, actually. Where is it? This here, this is one of the best sellers when I was in Beijing. So it's a whole book in Chinese about how to use DeepSeek. These, when you go to bookshop, Barnes and Nobles or Waterstones or whatever it is, and you have the tables at the front and then you have the books stacked up near the desk, etc. It was these books. So there is an excitement and a general usage, which I haven't seen in America and I haven't seen in the UK. They're teaching AI in school, how to start using it. Once I was looking for a particular dumpling place in a hutong, in like an alleyway neighborhood in Beijing. This is a couple of months ago. And I stopped at an older lady and I said, excuse me, in Chinese, excuse me, I'm looking for dumpling shop. Do you know where it is? She has, any of you speak Chinese or are Chinese, the Beijing accent is very thick, very thick. It's got it sounds a bit like a pirate. I love it. It's the best accent. But she had such a thick Beijing accent that I was struggling. She pulled out her phone and she asked DeepSeek to translate, presumably to this idiot foreigner, to translate where this dumpling shop is. And then DeepSeek replied in English to me. So she was maybe 70, maybe older, and she had DeepSeek and was using it. So I think you have China, most enthusiastic. They're really going for it. US, very enthusiastic. And in the UK, pessimistic. And then I'm not going to clump the whole of Europe, but the work I've done in Europe, it tends to be the most, even more pessimistic than the UK. To be fair, I did stuff with EU affiliated and World Trade Organization, UN affiliated organizations. So they were very strong on the negatives of AI and less excited about it. So I think this is huge generalizations, but there are different levels of enthusiasm towards AI depending on where you go.